Hi guys, it's time for another homework helper, and tonight we're going to be rounding to the tens, hundreds inside of a larger number and then adding and subtracting. So we've got a lot of work to do, so come along with me. All right, this is a watch me. So let's take a look at what we're being asked to do here. First of all, I notice up in the very top box it says to round 3,479 to the nearest hundred. I underlined that hundred because that's really important. I want to make sure that I'm using the hundredths place when I'm rounding. So I count over ones, tens, hundreds, and I notice, that 479 is what I'm looking at, all right? So what I've been teaching my class to do is this. I want to know, in fact, I can do 3,479 right here in the middle. All right, say to myself, if this is the hundredths place right there, the 7 is going to tell me to do something. I know if the number is higher than 7, it tells me to move up. So watch this. This could either be closest to 3,400 or it could be closer to 3,500. Notice the 7 says to bump up, so I'm going to say that this is closest to 3,500. Notice that hundreds is what we are rounding to, and I see 500 right there. Okay, so I'm going to come over here and I'm going to put this number here. Whoops. Whoopsie, I got to erase that. All right, I'm going to try that again. I'm going to come over and I'm going to put this number right here, 3,500. All right, let's take a look at my next part. Round 647 to the nearest tens. So I notice I'm going to the tens place this time. So 647. This is my tens place. I'm having a little problem there. All right, and so this is going to tell me what to do. So this is going to be closer to 640 or 650 because I was looking at that tens place. And I find out that the 7 tells me to bump up, so it's closer to 650. So I'm going to place my 650 right here. And then I notice that it says the sum. Well, if I look over here, I can see that sum means to add. So now I'm just going to add these two numbers together. 0 plus 0 is 0. 0 plus 5 is 5. 5 plus 6, I'm going to pound that 6 because it's bigger. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Because it's larger than 9, I'm going to carry my 1 up to the top. So 3 and 1 is 4, and I'm going to drop down my comma, and my total is 4,150. We did a lot of multitasking there. We rounded to the hundreds, rounded to the tens, and then we added them. Let's try another one. All right, this is another watch me, so make sure that's what you're doing. All right, first of all, and you're going to have to be careful because I try to trick you here. This says we're going to round to the hundreds first up here. So I'm going to put my number down, 7,838. And remember, I'm rounding to the hundred. Oh, man. I'm rounding to the hundreds place right there. So this is when I have to look at my next number. My next number is a 3, and I know if it's lower than 5, it tells me I need to just stay right down. So I'm trying to decide, and I'm going to go ahead and pick another color. I'm trying to decide if I am closer to 7,000, let's see, 7,800, or if I'm closer to 7,900 because I'm rounding to the hundreds. All right, and that 3 tells me, you know what, stay down. So I am closest to 7,800, again, looking at that hundreds place. So I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to put 7,800. All right, the next one says that I'm supposed to be rounding to the tens, okay? So look at my number here. I have 5,447, and I'm paying attention to the tens place. All right, and I see my 7. My 7 is higher than 5, so I know it's going to tell me to bump up. So watch this. I'm really trying to decide, is this number going to be 40 or is it closer to 50? But I can't leave out all the other stuff, so I'm going to go ahead and put that in there. This would be 5,450. This would be 5,440. I have to decide which is this closest to. And I see 47 at the end, and that's only 3 away from 50. So I'm going to put 5,450. Now, this time I'm asked to show the difference, and difference right here means that I need to subtract those numbers. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. 0 take away 0, not a problem. 0 take away 5 is a problem. So I have to go next door. I borrow from my neighbor. This becomes a 10. 10 take away 5, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 gives me 5. 7 take away 4 is 3. Drop my comma. 7 take away 5 is 2. So my answer is 2,350. All right, I've got a couple of these to do on your own. So this is one of the you tries. So I need you to pause the video. I want you to find to the nearest tens. I want you to find to the nearest hundreds. And then I want you to find the difference. And then pause and we'll check it together. All right, let's see how you did. Did you take 6,189 and think about tens? So I'm here at my tens. That means that I'm trying to decide if this is closer to 80 or this is closer to 90 because that's a 10. All right. And in fact, you could do this to kind of remind you that's what you're looking for. We can't leave out any of the other stuff. So here's my 6,100. Here's my 6,100. All right. I need to decide, is this closer to 80 or is this closer to 90? It's 89, so it's going to be closer to 6,190. I hope you wrote that down too. This one right here, 3,923. We were going to the nearest hundreds, so you know what? I'm going to just go ahead and circle that because that's what I'm concentrating on. All right, so I need to know, is this going to be closer to 900 or is this going to be closest to 1,000? All right, I can't forget my 3 here, so this would be 3, comma. Now, if I rounded it to 1,000, then that would end up being 4,000. All right, but I see that this is a 2, and a 2 is under a 5, so we're going to keep it right here at 3,900. It's really important to put it underneath the numbers, so I'm going to fix that because I don't want that to mess me up. I'm looking for the difference. Difference means subtract. So this was 0 here. All right, here I had to borrow. I hope you were able to borrow also. And I hope that you wound up with the answer 2,290. All right, let's try the next one. The next one is a you try. So pause the video, try it, and come on back and we'll check it. Ooh, don't forget, ooh, I tricked you here, tens and the sum. So let's see what you can do. Okay, let's see, you were supposed to find the tens. So 6,461, we were talking about the tens place, which is right here. So I'm trying to decide if this is closer to 60 or 70, and don't forget all the good stuff. So 6,400, 6,400. All right, I can see 61 is going to be closest to 6,460. Nearest tens here, 5,727. I hope you didn't round it to the hundreds. All right, I'm looking at my tens again. All right, and I see 27. Is that closer to 20 or is it closer to 30? It's going to be closer to 30, so let's put all the other stuff with it. Oops, put all the other stuff with it. 5,720. All right, I'm going to say that this is closer, 5,730. And I want to find the sum. So I hope when you added, you got 12,190. Remember, when we do the sum, that means our answer is going to be much larger. All right, we've got another one. So pause the video, try this one out. Okay, did you look for tens here? 8,501. Now this was tricky because this is the 10. You're trying to decide, is it closest to nothing or is it closest to a 10? All right, and so I found that it's actually closest to 8,500 because it's really only one away from that. And this was the nearest hundred, so 3,154. I'm looking at the hundredths right here. So I'm trying to decide, is that closest to 100 or is it closest to 200? I want to make sure I put my thousands in there. And I can see it's 50, which means we're going to bump up right here. 3,200. We want the difference, which means you should have subtracted. All right, and if you subtracted, we didn't even have to borrow. It's 5,300. All right, guys, super proud of you. I'm sure you're rocking this out, and we'll be doing lots more practice in class as well. So way to go. Until next time. Bye-bye.